Oldsmobile Toronado Fourth Generation, 1986 to 1992. The final generation Toronado made its debut in 1985 for the 1986 model year. It was even smaller on the outside, lost its body-on-frame construction in favor of a unibody platform, and was the first Toronado since 1969 to feature hidden headlights. For the first time ever, V8 engines were gone, with the fuel-injected version of the Buick 231 cubic inches, 3.8 liters, V6 now the only power plant available. The new Toronado also came with a nearly 16% price increase over the 1985 model. Inside, a new digital instrument panel and optional voice alert system were employed, and the same luxury features were offered as standard equipment and options as before. Standard seating was a cloth 60/40 bench with center armrest. For the first time since 1970, Strato bucket seats were offered as an option, and they included a full-length center console with a horseshoe-like basket handle gearshift similar to that found in some 1960s and 1970s Buicks and Chevrolets. Upholstery choices included cloth or leather. GM's timing with this latest downsizing proved to be off the mark. Gasoline prices had dropped dramatically, below $1 per gallon in many parts of the U.S. by the fall of 1985, against corporate soothsayers' predictions of $3 and up. As a result, many traditional domestic car buyers chose to buy big in 1986. Along with its shrunken sisters, the Eldorado and Riviera, the Toronado suffered a serious sales decline which would never be reversed. Critics blame downsizing, its notable price increase over the previous generation model, as well as cookie-cutter styling that looked too much like the cheaper, less luxurious compacts at GM, notably the Oldsmobile Calais, Buick Somerset, and Pontiac Grand Am. In mid-1987, Oldsmobile attempted to bolster sagging Toronado sales by introducing a sportier model called the Truffaut, which boasted standard leather bucket seats, faux dual exhaust, more aggressive styling, and a stiffer suspension, the highly regarded corporate FE3 package, with return shocks, struts and other components. For 1988, changes for the Truffaut included new seats and monochromatic paint. Both Toronado and Truffaut benefited from larger climate control buttons and rear 3-point seatbelts. Additionally, power increased with the introduction of the new Buick 231 cubic inches, 3.8 liters, LN3 V6 engine. Wire wheel covers were deleted from the options sheet. Other changes were minor and mainly cosmetic. The 1989 Truffaut, which was no longer badged externally as a Toronado, could be ordered with the Visual Information Center, a dash-mounted touchscreen CRT that controlled the vehicle's thermostat and radio and also supplied advanced instrumentation such as a trip computer. The VIC could also serve as the interface to an in-car hands-free cell phone. Truffaut also received standard anti-lock brakes and a new steering wheel with controls for radio and climate control. Toronados now had standard bucket seats with console or an optional split bench. For 1990, the hood was the only carry-over sheet metal as Oldsmobile designers redesigned the body, increasing the overall length by about 12 in, 305 mm, enlarging the trunk. A driver's side airbag was standard equipment. The 1991 models had increased horsepower, and remote keyless entry and anti-lock brakes were now standard. Ultra-suede upholstery was an option. The optional moonroof no longer required ordering bucket seats, however, a fully digital instrument cluster was now only available on Toronado models equipped with a front bench seat. In 1992, General Motors, GM, and Davis Rent-A-Car pilot tested a GPS navigation system in select rental Truffaut models equipped with a touchscreen at the Orlando International Airport in Florida. The pilot systems included the built-in cellular phone and a computer-synthesized voice guidance system. Named TravTech, the system was monitored by AAA via an antenna mounted on the car's trunk, and included directions to AAA locations around the Orlando area. The 1992 models brought back wire wheels as an option. Truffaut's got a stiffer standard suspension, the formerly optional FE3 package. By this time, The trend away from personal luxury coupes was too strong to counter. Oldsmobile discontinued the Toronado and Truffaut at the end of the 1992 model year, with the last Toronado rolling off the assembly line on May 28, 1992. The Toronado was ultimately replaced in the lineup in early 1994 by the Aurora Sports sedan, which made its debut as a 1995 model and shared its platform with the eighth and final generation of the Buick Riviera.